Hey, everybody, welcome. It is that time of the week, the month, the year, whatever you want to call it, for our Home of Economy podcast. Yeah. Scott Pearson joining us in the studio today. How are you today, my friend?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. This has been kind of a goofy week. Yesterday, I kept thinking it was Tuesday all day, but it's Wednesday, and today's Thursday. Yeah, I'm all mixed up.
The holiday's done the same thing to me.
Yeah. In fact, we were supposed to do another podcast yesterday, too, and he got his days mixed up. Isn't that funny what you throw in one holiday in there, and it just messes up everybody's calendars?
Yeah.
Did you have a good 4th?
It was nice. Yeah, we went to the Sertoma Park.
We were there for a while,
did
too.
A little bit of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, missed the fireworks. They moved them. So
Yeah, I was sleeping.
Oh well. We wanted to see them, but it was in an inconvenient place.
Yeah, they move them way. It'd be nice if they did them down in the river again. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Sertoma, I was amazed. There was so many people there. It was a lot more than I expected. I thought it was a good turnout. It was a good time. Let's talk a little bit about Home of Economy, shall we? First off, I want to look at your Stars and Stripes flyer that you've got now. The reason we're going to bring this up right away is because this ends today. Something that I actually just put up on Tuesday. I put a new flag up at my house, but you got the 5-foot oak pole with the flag on sale. You guys, you look at this Stars and Stripes, and it's a perfect title for it because a lot of the stuff in here has got USA and Stars and Stripes and all that stuff on it too. I love the lithium-ion jump starter. I think that's one thing everybody should have.
I need one.
It happens. You leave something on, leave an interior light on or something. You go out to start your car, it doesn't start, so then you got to drag the battery charger out. And
Just keep that thing warm.
Yeah. And then
They don't work very well at 30 below when you've left it in the glove box.
No, but the thing is, too, is these things are so small,
Yeah.
that you can bring them in the house.
Right.
And you could probably throw it right in a drawer.
Yeah.
But I think everybody should have one, especially when you live around here.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's super convenient and it save your rear end someday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Another thing I want to talk about is all your Wild Gear coolers, cups, thermoses. This is the time to get them 25% off through today only. Good thermoses, good stuff.
Yeah. Got to hurry in, though.
Hurry. That's the whole key. Anything else you want to talk about on the Stars and Stripes flyer here?
Well, let's see. Milwaukee, that's, we've... I think is the Milwaukee flyer done? Okay, so that's the only Milwaukee item. There's a bunch of good stuff. It just depends what you need.
I was talking about the oak flagpole. That's the 5-footer, but you can also get the American flag kit. The real thing, the 3x5 for, a great sale there too. So folks, check this out. Stars and Stripes is what it says. And this ends today at Home of Economy. So we're going to go on to more things that are happening at Home of Economy where there's always something fun going on at Home of Economy. First off, I want to mention Skip's Gourmet Grub. Pretty much a fixture now at Home of Economy, aren't they?
Yeah, he's there a lot and it's great. Great food. I'm always happy when I come to work and I see Skip's there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it's going to be, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Steers Mondays until further notice. Boy, I tell you what, you go do your shop, and you're also going to get some good grub, too. Zach Umdahl Sprint Car going to be at Home of Economy a week from tomorrow and Saturday. So that's next Friday and Saturday from 10 to 3. Go check out one of the couple of sprint cars at Home of Economy sponsors. It's pretty cool when you see these guys winging by at that speed, and you can see the Home of Economy sticker on there because between Mullen and Zach Umdahl, you got yourself a couple of really top quality guys, not just race car drivers, but these are good guys too. And I know you guys take that into account, but go get your picture taken. Go have a good time with the Zach Umdahl car. That'll be next weekend. Okay, now let's get into the new handbill until September 4th. Going on, where do you want to start here?
This is a big catalog.
It is.
It's 32 pages.
I think I've looked at it like 5 times at my house.
Yeah, it's worth keeping, worth going through.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great stuff. Top brands only. I mean, we're trying to concentrate on the most popular items and make them available at the best possible price, guaranteed lowest price.
And it doesn't matter the season. You guys always seem to have the right things at the right time of the year. And if we just start going over this, 32 pages of deals, 15% off right off the top, off on all in stock summer jigs, fishing rods, reels, combos. Like you said, you guys get the name brand stuff. I was going to ask you, and I don't know if you'll have an answer for me because I was told at the beginning of the year bait was going to be impossible to get, but you guys have been getting it.
Yeah, we've had. Well, you can never really predict that kind of thing.
I know.
But, it hasn't been as plentiful, as you'd wish. You scramble a little bit.
And your guys will give me a heads up and a warning saying, hey, you might want to start thinking about doing this and that, but never fails. It seems like they're always getting it. So keep my fingers crossed for that. Rapala hoodies would have been a good one yesterday. Yesterday was kind of chilly, 25% off. The Igloo coolers and stuff, they're all on sale. The can cooker, where do you want to keep? I mean, let's keep going with this. Where do you want to talk about? What would you like to talk about? What turns your crank on this right away? Because I'm one of those guys, and I will sit there and I'll page through. I will page through your handbill, and okay, if you could have one thing on each page, what would you do? It's like that. It's like that shopping spree that you dream about your entire life, but it doesn't matter. There's something on every single page. So
I go through here and I think I need everything in here.
I know.
We've got the steel string trimmer, lithium ion string trimmer.
Okay.
Which is a great deal, and it's nice. Lithium ion. It's come to where it's a decent alternative to fuel. It always starts. It's quieter. The power and the battery life is there because especially with dual batteries and a fast charger. By the time you burn one battery up, you're ready for the next one, and it's ready to go.
We all know how carburetors are on small engines. About the most finicky things. Just always dealing with them.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can set the lithium ion down and pick it up next year or in 3 years, and the carburetor's not going up because they don't have carbs.
Don't have to worry about putting gas additives in it and all that kind of fun stuff.
I like to fish, and the marine batteries. We've got a super deal on marine batteries right now.
Okay, I'm about due.
Yeah, well, some of them are getting low. I mean, it's just again, it's probably a hurry in thing if you want a deep cycle. At least at this price because we bought them at a super deal. We're passing it on. Fishing is just my big thing, and so the fishing stuff, the jigs and all that is big deal for me.
I'm one of those guys, Scott. I don't take as good of care of things that I should. Meaning I don't pull the battery out of my boat in the fall. It sits in my boat all winter long. I know that's not good for them, but my battery's 3 years old right now, and I'm getting to be about due. But when I look at what I paid for my last battery, it's not even close to these prices you guys have got right now.
No, these are great prices, especially nowadays with issues with metals pricing and things. And they're good batteries. I've been super happy with them. We do have a page in Milwaukee. I thought we did. A bunch of good items there, and another page of DeWalt. There's the catalog is pretty dense with good items.
Well, it is. When I look at these things, I'm looking at like that 150-piece Crescent, 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive professional tool set. I mean, $129. You've got pretty much every tool in there that you're ever going to need, unless you own yourself a big mechanic shop or you're working on farm machinery. And again, I mean, you could go from the yard work, you could go from cutting down trees to mowing your grass to changing spark plugs. You guys have got the tools and the supplies. I mean, not only can you do all that there, but you can get all the stuff to do it with and all of that too.
Well, exactly. And, you go into canning supplies, juicers and canning, and, we're kind of set up for kitchen and barbecue. There's a bread maker in here, good price.
Now, this is what has caught my eye. I don't know what a can cooker is. I mean, I've seen it. I don't know how they're used. I don't know when you cook in them, but you know a lot more about this kind of stuff than I do.
It's a nice barbecue or camping accessory.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't used it either.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, it looks like
they're super popular. That's why it's in here.
Mm-hmm. Another one I want to know about, and I've never bought one. I think my wife got a couple of them. I don't know if we've ever used them, but do they work? These Thermacell mosquito repellers, do they work that good? I mean, because I hate using bug spray.
It's hard for me to decide whether I hate bugs or bug spray worse.
Right.
It's bugs. I hate bugs worse than bug spray. But the Thermacell does work. My wife had one that she liked a lot. She'd take it fishing with us and out for hikes and things like that. And she's super sensitive to bug bites.
Oh, sure.
And for some reason, mosquitoes were really attracted to her.
Oh,
must because she was so sweet,
There you go.
Yeah. But it made a big difference for her.
Uh-huh. Now, I'm not saying that Home of Economy doesn't carry bug spray, but now let's say, Scott Pearson, you don't have one of those electronic little doohickeys with you. What bug spray would you be putting on yourself?
I generally use Deep Woods Off.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Yep.
And I hate all of them.
Oh yeah. I do too.
I can't wait to get to the shower if I
I know.
I spray myself. But,
and it's people are telling me, well, put long sleeves on and pants and all that. And I don't like to wear pants if I don't have to. I'd rather have shorts on and short sleeves. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I've been up in the Boundary Waters before where, oh my gosh,
Yeah. I wear long sleeves and long pants. I don't do the run around with no pants thing like you, but I spray my clothes.
Oh, sure.
And that works real well. And I think the clothes probably hold the spray better than
the skin.
Putting it out on your skin.
Absolutely. It was funny. We had some out-of-staters here. We had a fishing tournament a couple of weeks ago. And the guy was saying, he was asking about mosquitoes. And I said, well, the mosquitoes are never bad on the river. But the biting flies, those little black ankle biting bastard. He goes, well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go to a store and get some good heavy duty fly spray like you use around the barn and stuff. And then I spray the whole interior of my boat because these guys, they're Missouri or whatever, Yellowstone River fishermen, their boats don't have any carpet in them. They're just all aluminum. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, you've got to go to Home of Economy. Oh, that's that place right on the way to the one ramp, isn't it? And I go, well, just a block over, yeah. And so they ended up going there and getting I don't know what he found.
Barn and stable spray. I've got it in my boat.
Yeah, okay. But that got me thinking now because it's always the black flies, not the mosquitoes, but I'm going to have to get a can of that stuff too. Is it smell okay? Or I suppose it doesn't really matter if it keeps the bugs away.
Yeah, it's better than some.
Mm-hmm.
It's again, it's a spray. There's a scent to it, and it's poison. So
yeah, if it works, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah,
and a lot of people will do that too because they don't want to spray themselves because when you're baiting your hooks and all that, well, if you can smell it and it's a chemical and it's poison, well, it's going to get on the bait. And I would imagine, I don't know, can the fish sense, smell, taste that too?
I always assume they can. I wash the palms of my hands after I've used that product.
Uh-huh.
But what I have found is that if you spray your ankles with, your ankles aren't going to touch the bait.
Right.
So although I use the fly spray to, just get rid of the flies in the boat, they'll come back, right?
Sure.
So, but I spray my ankles with repellent, and that seems to help a lot. And of course, the ankles are, seem to be the most annoying place because they know that you can't reach them.
Yep.
So I spray my ankles with Deep Woods Off, and I spray the boat with stable spray, and it seems to Seems to be the trick.
I'm going to have to go get some of that. This has been an extremely dry and hot year. In fact, I did a story yesterday. I think they said the hottest June we have had since keeping records here in Grand Forks, at least at the airport. But I noticed when I look out of my yard, I got a lot of brown. It's been so hot and so dry. You guys have got the garden hoses. You've got the oscillator sprinklers on sale. It's funny because I have rural water, and every once in a while, like a year like this year, my wife will get a call from Rural Water Association. Is your husband watering the yard again? It's like, yeah, he has been. Okay, just wanted to make sure there was no leaks.
Okay.
But
yeah. Well, that's nice then to watch out for you.
well, yeah, but I've also bought crappy cheap hoses. I've bought really expensive hoses. There is a difference. And you guys don't carry too much crap at Home of Economy. You carry the good stuff.
Yeah, we don't want any crap.
So there you go. They got all of that on sale right now, too. Look on the steel page. You'll find it. Talk a little bit about what are Baronet blinds? Is that a hunting blind?
A hunting blind, yeah.
Kind of going all over the place here. I'm looking at your thing. I've never hunted from a blind like that. I know people that I hunt with that do, but they're pretty cool. And they're not really expensive.
No, and they're pretty comfortable. You know, it's I've always been one to just walk. Mm-hmm. But I think a blind is probably more productive if you do it right.
Yeah, well, like us, we've got we used to do a lot of walking too. The thing is unless you own a bunch of land, there's nowhere to hunt anymore. Mm-hmm. So with our land, we put food plots in, and we do have stands, elevated stands, but. The one guy that comes up from the Twin Cities every year, he goes and he puts his little blind up right on the edge of the woods, and he gets a deer every single year. But he loves it. It's about a 5-minute walk from our cabin. Also, another thing, what we have, we've got the big game pole in our cabin yard, our hunting shacks. But those little the game hoist, the big game hoist, where you can hook those things up. You can lift them up in anything, a tree, your garage. It doesn't matter. But so handy for deer hunting.
Yeah.
Are you a deer hunter?
I used to be. I haven't been for quite a few years now.
Okay, would you be Minnesota or North Dakota?
North Dakota.
Okay, yeah, well, pretty tough to try to even get a tag in North Dakota, isn't it?
Yeah, you didn't get one every year.
Yeah.
Some years some years they had extras.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know I've got guys that actually, North Dakotans, that just pay the extra money to come to Minnesota and hunt because at least they know they're going to get themselves a license.
I've got them eating out of my, out of my flower boxes at the lake.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. They're
just lasso them if you wanted.
Oh, I know. And it's the same at my house, too. For the first time now, I put a vegetable garden in. It's been probably 12, 14 years since I've had one. And once I got everything planted, well, then I had to put a fence around it. And here I found looked in my garden, and the top of 2 of my beets were chewed off. And I'm like, what in the world? Little hole in my fence about that big where a rabbit got in there. It didn't do any damage.
The deer didn't come through.
No, the deer didn't, thank goodness.
We were talking about deer.
Oh, we were. But
okay.
Gardens in general, I've already eaten all my radishes, by the way, so they're turning out good. And when we talk about that kind of stuff in gardens, we mentioned it a little bit, but I don't do it. My wife and I have talked about it, canning. Do you do any of that kind of stuff?
I don't.
I know so many people that do. And I mean, not just your vegetables, but have you ever had like canned venison?
I have.
I mean, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And everybody's so worried about an apocalypse or growing your own food or having your own storage and all that. I mean, that stuff lasts forever. If you can can venison, I just don't know how to do it. I've eaten it before, and it's awfully good.
It's really simple. You get it up to the right temperature. A little bit of salt is usually a popular thing. Mm-hmm. But you don't need anything in there except for the meat.
Yep.
And some salt.
And that's it. And it turns out like it's pulled, like a pulled pork or something, but it's venison. Oh, man, that's good stuff. Harvest days going on till August 3rd. Actually, don't start till July 21st, but all in-stock life vests. That's something I also need. I like to keep them extra if I can, and especially children's ones, because a lot of people don't realize that life jackets, they do get outdated.
Yeah.
You know, so, and you might think it's still in good shape, but I tell you what, you ever get pulled over by the DNR one time and they want to look at your life jackets, first thing they're going to do is look at the date on it, and they're going to say, guess what, guys? Your life jacket.
Some of those guys love to write tickets.
Yes, they sure do. So you got to be careful when you're out on your boat. Make sure your stuff is all up to date. You also got Noble Women's T-shirts and tanks, gloves. You got, I mean, it's weird whenever I talk to you, it's not weird, but how I'm jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing, because every time I'm looking, like right now through your flyer, something else jumps out at me. So forgive me, everybody, if I'm kind of going all over the place, but these 100-gallon fuel transfer tanks, another great idea. What I would do if I had one, remember a couple of years ago before this president, when gas was actually affordable? Yeah. I would have probably bought 3 of those things and filled them up. Just
yeah, except for, you know, I have a couple of those because I have my own fuel supply at the lake, but I try to burn through my tank of gas, you know, in a year.
Sure.
I use the Marine 360 Stable, another good product we have, of course. And I think with stabilized fuel, I get good results.
Okay.
Non-ethanol and stable.
Yep.
And I burn through 100 gallons, you know, in a winter. The diesel don't burn it through it so fast, but it's more stable anyway. So
Now, can you have fuel delivered right up to your lake place then?
not the fuel I want.
Okay. So you got to haul it in by yourself?
Well, that's why I have the 100-gallon tank.
Sure. Okay.
They'll go in the back of the truck and just fill up in Grand Forks.
Yeah. Oh, that's the way. Or go out of town on your way up there. It's probably cheaper. You know, Grand Forks gas is. What are Melissa and Dow toys? Is that is that supposed to be Doug?
Melissa and Doug.
Oh, Melissa and Doug.
Melissa and Doug are really, you know, we've got a lot of good toys, but Melissa and Doug is really the core of our toy selection now.
Okay.
They're good, high quality, American made. A lot of them, I think. But they're typically educational toys, not necessarily, you know, in the formal education style, but teaching kids, you know, motor skills and things like that. But I really like the Melissa and Doug toys, and so that's really the core of our toy product line now.
Yeah. Last night we have in our bedroom. There's no AC in our bedroom. We just don't have a vent in there for some reason. Old log house, but so we have the big oscillating fan.
Yeah.
It's been going downhill for about this summer. It officially jumped off the hill last night and
quit oscillating.
Quit oscillating. Quit working. It got so hot in there, I almost think about these job site fans. And you've got $10 off the Milwaukee M18 job site fan. Might be a little overkill for my bedroom, but when we talked about bugs and we talk about the heat, we've mentioned all of that so far in this podcast. The fan not only will keep you cool, but it keeps the bugs away too. And I think a lot of people don't realize that the fans kind of have a dual purpose.
Yeah, they do. You know, and they keep. You know, like we've got like the big, well, you know, not like the little one, but the 46-inch garage fan or shop fans, and they help keep the moisture under control.
Sure,
they help keep the dust down if you're sweeping.
Absolutely, Bob's Bargains, Mrs. Wages kosher pickle mix. Oh man, $10 off sweet pickled beets. I didn't know you guys, huh? Oh, $1. Oh, $1 off.
Yeah, that's an O.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys sold pickled beets at Home of Economy.
Well, that's because you don't come in often enough.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, a little. Those are good beets too. I've eaten those. You know, we've got a lot of food items. We've got the Amish jams and jellies. These are on the shelf next to those. But you know, we bring in you know, pickles and things like that, and these pickled beets are really good.
You got when we talk about Mrs. Wages, the kosher pickle mix. They also got the seasoning packets and all of that stuff. And again, that's where I always buy my rubs and all of my stuff at Home of Economy for my grilling. But you got some new items. Talk a little bit about these Davis seasonings, if you would, way down to the bottom there.
I don't know anything about them.
Okay.
So
Pride of Dakota, made right here in Grand Forks.
there you go. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know everything.
Well, one thing I do know, Scott, is you guys, if I came up to you and said, hey, I'm making my own seasoning, I want to sell them in your store, I don't think you're going to go, okay, here, I'll go clear a shelf for you. I do believe, knowing between you and the management team over there, you guys are going to go through this stuff. You're going to taste it. You're going to test drive it. You're going to do all of that and decide if it is good enough for your customers.
Exactly. But you do bring up a good point, because we do make an effort to give local products a shot. Mm-hmm. And we're, occasionally advertising for people, if you're a local food producer, and we like our farmers market.
Right. Yeah.
So we've got the salsa, from, I'm not remembering
I know who you're talking about too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great salsa, and that's a locally made product. Dots Pretzels was a locally made product when it first came in. It was just
before it went gigantuanly global.
Yeah, a lot of things like that. We like to have local products, but we like to give the local producers a shot at in the retail market as well. Liola? Oh, yeah, Dakota Dawn's waffle mix.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man. Oh, you're just making me hungry here now. I tell you what, my wife's birthday tomorrow. I don't know, what can I go get at Home of Economy for her?
Oh, well, how about a Milwaukee hedge trimmer?
I thought about that.
Girls love hedge trimmers, right?
But then I thought, well, I want something for my birthday eventually here. And
well, you could take a walk through the furniture department with her.
Oh, my goodness. I was afraid you were going to say that. Amish Furniture Gallery, we've got a bunch of stuff from there. In the new days of, what are they, IKEA or whatever that stuff is, where you're building your own, putting it together at home, it's usually not very good stuff. That's the complete opposite when you buy furniture at Home of Economy. I mean, you're getting the real McCoy there.
Yeah, hand built by people in Ohio. Solid wood, no particle wood, no crap.
Right, no crap, and it lasts. And I think we all think the same. You pay for what you get, and if you pay a little more for something a little better, well, then there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's what you do.
Well, right, and you still have to pay for the garbage furniture,
right?
That lasts 5 years. You pay a little bit more, you get something that your grandchildren are giving their grandchildren.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not going to last you 5 years. It's going to last you 55 years. It's going to last you 105 years, and that's the way. But that's the way it's always been there. Anything super exciting that we missed out on coming up? We all look at you.
Well, because I needed to confirm that, but the tractor pull is, I don't know the date.
Oh, but there will be one coming.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been told.
Oh, good. Okay. You guys have been doing that for a while now. And I know people have probably been asking you when it's coming. Are you going to do one again? And I know there was.
Yeah, they keep changing the dates on us. So, and I wasn't sure we were going to be able to do it this year because of the date change. But, apparently, store manager believes we can pull it off. So.
All right. Well, he's usually right, isn't he? Most of the time. So I would imagine if you pulled up to Home of Economy today, first thing you're going to notice when you get out of your car is the smell, because I'm sure a Traeger grill is cooking right outside the front door. That is a brilliant idea, by the way. And another thing we did not talk about was the shops. You got 2 shops going again now, the small engine shop and then the big shop. Things
really
are picking up.
Three, because we've got the pump guys.
Oh,
that
that's
are doing
right.
Pressure washers and all kinds of pumps. We have a small engine. We have Scott Vasicek doing a great job on small engine stuff, and then we've got Kyle's Customs, and they're super busy. I'm so happy to see that business really taking off.
Yeah. And you look at that, it's a big space. It's a big shop space. And to see not that much that was going on there for a while, it's good to see that it's busy again. Are you ever going to open up the south door again? Just because I'm lazy.
Well, no. Well, I'd love to be able to. It's not a matter of not having enough business. It's a matter of being, that requires 3 full-time
Sure.
jobs.
Yeah.
You know,
I suppose.
And where can we? If right now it's we've got a great group of people. Super happy with all our staff, but it's hard to find good people.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have.
And if we had 3 more, I wouldn't put them there.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. Okay, and I was wondering about that because I know at first it was kind of a COVID thing there, and then it just kind of stuck. So, I mean, I don't have any problem with it. That's the one nice thing about when I go to Home of Economy. It is convenient. I don't think I've ever had to, except when you've got something big going on. If I want to go there shopping, it's not like I got to walk 300 yards from the parking lot to get in the front door at Home of Economy.
No,
it's
that was
nice.
Actually, when we built that building, was a strong consideration and a big fight to be able to have people park within a few steps of the door. And most of the time, you're only a few steps away.
Right.
I parked a lot farther away when I came here.
Oh,
today
sure, yeah.
Than anybody would ever have to.
Way
at our
farther
place.
away. You're absolutely right. All right, we're about out of time. Anything you want to close this podcast with?
Well, no.
All right, the Stars and Stripes sale is done today, okay? I tell you what, if you're looking for fishing rods, reels, combos, all that kind of stuff, a lot of your coolers, they got dog food, they got DeWalt stuff, Milwaukee stuff, that Durastart Ion Jump Starter, that's something you might want to look at. There's always something fun going on at Home of Economy. Don't forget, too, next Friday and Saturday, Zach Umdahl Sprint Car is going to be there. And Scott Pearson, I love talking to you about these kind of things. Again, maybe one day my wish list will come true and I'll get to go pick something from every page. But again, thanks for coming in and have yourself a great rest of the week.
Thanks. Good seeing you.
All right, there you go, everybody. Our Home of Economy podcast. Scott Pearson in the studio today. We love having him in here. We love talking about Home of Economy. Go check it out. If you've never been there, I guarantee you what you're looking for, they're probably going to have it. All right? If not, get back to me. It's probably a mistake. All right, there you go. Have yourself a great week, everybody.